Hi everyone, welcome to Techidream Academy. In this video, I'll be showing you examples of two basic Bootstrap 5 pages. So in this first part, it says the following example shows the code for a basic Bootstrap 5 with a responsive fixed width container, and the container class provides a responsive fixed width container. The following example shows the code for a basic with a full width. So we have the one of the normal container, and we have the one of the container fluid, which also provides a full width container spanning the entire width of the viewport. So let's go to our example. So if you are following this class and you've not installed or you've not brought this into your system, into your so if you are following this video and you've not done all the necessary things or you're linking, please do well to watch the last video that we had and do the necessary details. I explained that in the last video. So you have to have this here in your header before you can proceed. So in this aspect, I have done mine. So we just have to move to the next part. So what's the first thing first we are going to do? In a Bootstrap, you have to always make use of div because it's a container as well. So we have a div. And inside a div would have h1, which says my first Bootstrap page. Then after that, we are going to have a p tag, which will say, let's just put try using Bootstrap to see how it works, to see how it works. So in this aspect, we want to make use of the full this thing. So in this place, we are going to give a class. So Bootstrap, you don't need to go to CSS to write anything. You can write all your styling inside your HTML page. Do you get that? So let's move. So in this page, we're going to say container fluid. So container fluid takes up the full width fluid. Then if you want to give it padding, you say P5. So we have different aspects, but we'll explain better. You can give it container fluid, and if you want to give it background, you can say BG Premi. I will explain that one better, but in other videos, but don't worry, just flow along with me. So we don't need, okay, we can actually give it text white to make the color of the text. So now this is a container fluid. Now we're going to create another div, and inside this div, we are going to give it container. So we are creating two examples, class, container. Then inside this container, what are we going to do? We are giving it another div, which the class name will be class, which will be class row. Then after that, we'll give it inside this div, we'll give it another one, which will be class column. We'll come here, we'll say class col SM. So after that, we can have H3. Then inside H3, I'll say we are trying the container out. Then let's have more p tags inside here. P tag, and it will say ipsum. Okay, let's just ipsum. Oh, Shift F. So this will not take time. So let's create multiple of this. So in Bootstrap, if you are creating a colon, everything must round up to 12. So in this aspect, I want to duplicate it in 3 places. So now 4 plus 4, 8 plus another 4, that's 12. So we have 12. So we round up to 12 on our screen. So either we have it 1, 1, 1, 1 to 12, or we have it 3, 3, 3 in 4 places, or we have 6, 6, or we have 4, 4 in 3, 4, 4, 4 in 3 places. So what we just did now is 4, 4, 4 in 3 places. So this is one. Now let's see how this looks like on our browser. So we'll come here. So can you see this is our first Bootstrap page? So this is container 1. I want you to understand we have difference. We have the normal container fluid. This blue part is the container fluid. That is, it takes up the full width. But if you figure out the normal container that we have spacing here, and we have spacing here. So container does not take up the full width, but it's give it a containing style. So, and the colon that we did separated this into 3. So we have 3 different colons. This is it. Let me show you what I did. So this is the colon 1. We have a row. It is inside a row. And then we have a colon. So if I should recreate this row again, you will see would be having 2 rows in this aspect. Let me recreate this. Okay. Now let's check it out. So can you see now this row has been duplicated, but let's bring it out. So that is like a row that we have in this aspect, and we just created a row, and inside the row we have 3 columns in 4 sizes. This a 4 size, which everything spans up to 12. I would explain better in next videos. So we have Bootstrap 5 container. You learned from the previous chapter that Bootstraps requires a containing element to wrap site content. Containers are used to pad the content inside of them, and there are 2 container classes available. We have the dot container class provides a responsive fixed width container like this. This is a fixed width container. Then what next? The container fluid class provides a full width container spanning the entire page of the viewport. This is spanning through the entire page, but this one gave it a fixed width container. Let's move to the next part. So the fixed width container, use the dot container class to create a responsive fixed width container. Note that its width, that is max width, will change on different screen sizes. So it's always on max width. 100%, 540, 720 pixel, 960 pixel, 114, different screen sizes. So we have another one. So this is another example with the use of container and the XSL breaks. Okay, so now let's try it out. Let's F12. So let's make use of different screen sizes. If you can see, it is fitting into the screen. If this is being viewed on a phone device, it is responsive. If we should keep spanning, this is not responsive, but it is still maintaining the same thing, and we will keep spanning. But let me keep, you see, it fell, it's all those columns broke down, but anything more than 6 to 6, it maintains its actual size. Then let's go. So this is that for that. Let me cancel this. We don't need it anymore. So that is that for that. So I hope you understand this part that I just taught you. Now let's move to the next part, which says fluid container. Use the container fluid class to create a full width container that will always span the entire page, entire width of the screen. Width is always 100%. So this is an example. We have container padding. By default, containers have left and right padding. So this is what they mean by left and right. If you see our container, this place, we have a space here, a space here. So that is the left and right padding they are talking about. And with no top or bottom padding. Therefore, we often use spacing utilities such as extra padding and margin to make them look even better. For example, PT means add a padding top padding where we have PT here. So if you want bottom padding, it is PB. So we have containers, border, and color. Other utilities such as borders and colors are often used together with containers. In this aspect, we have container P5, that is padding 5. So we have margin or margin Y and margin X. So margin Y works with top and bottom. No, margin Y. Yes, top and bottom, and margin X works with left and right. Then can you see margin Y5, background color dark, text white. This is the same thing. So you will learn more about colors and border utilities in later chapters. And we have a responsive container. You can also use the dot container SML. We have the small, we have the medium, we have the large, and we have extra large classes to determine when the container should be responsive. The max width of the container will change on different size screens and viewports. So this is it. We have the small one that is on 540, 720, 960, this and this. The medium, 100% on 540 screen, 720 pixel, 960, and this goes like that. So XXL takes all and that. I hope you understand everything I've taught you so far. Thank you for watching this video. Please do well to follow us across all socials at Tech Academy. See you next time. Bye.